Ale Moreno is joining me as we dive into some more transfer rates, because I know how much you love this, Ali. Let's start off with Anthony Martial, who seems like forever he's always linked with a move away from Manchester United, this time to Inter Milan, but this one is connected to the Perisic to Manchester United transfer rumor as well. So what do you think, hit or miss, and for who?
You know what's missing in this graphic? Jose Mourinho transfer rating. Because how do you make a decision if you don't know that your manager is going to be there? And as you know, Manchester United fan, it's difficult right now to forecast as to what the future is going to be for Manchester United and Jose Mourinho, because one week they look awful, the next week they look even more awful, then all of a sudden they get a miraculous result and we're okay, nothing to see here, it's all right, no problem, and then we get awful again.
Yeah.
And so you take one step forward, two steps back. That's a situation that I don't think Manchester United can withstand for too much longer. And if that's the case, then if Jose Mourinho is gone, how does that affect this? How does the new manager coming in has a new picture and an interest as to what he wants to get out of his team? Because there is uncertainty, I think, in the coaching position for Manchester United, I don't think you can make these decisions. I think you hang tight with what you have. And Anthony Martial has actually been one of their better players over the last month or so. So therefore, that's a miss. And miss.
All right.
For now.
For now, until we figure out who's going to actually stay. All right, Jadon Sancho now to Juventus from Dortmund, hit or miss?
So this is a yearly thing now for Borussia Dortmund. Young player and an opportunity to go a big club. It seemed like this time last year we were talking about Christian Pulisic going to Liverpool. Now it's Jadon Sancho going to Juventus. And I would tell you the same thing that I said about Christian Pulisic. I think it's important that he stays at Dortmund, where he's getting playing time, significant playing time, where he's making a difference, game in and game out, week in and week out, with a team that, oh, by the way, is first in the Bundesliga. I think Jadon Sancho would be better served staying where he is for now. Then maybe in the future we think about something bigger. As for right now, Juventus, I don't think so.
Slow your horses there on this one. Someone who hasn't been slow at all is Callum Wilson at Bournemouth. 7 goals already, I think set up 4 more. Now he's being described as a perfect player for Chelsea. What do you think, hit or miss?
2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have said, bring anybody to Chelsea. Bring anybody. Just open the door and say, you know what, come on down. Come on down, because we don't have anybody that can really score goals. But my boy, Alvaro Morata, somehow, out of the dead, he's come back. Yes, yes. The prayers have been answered. He's been scoring goals. He's looked good. So I don't think there may be a need for Callum Wilson to go to Chelsea. And if he does, it would be on not on a starting role. It's coming off the bench. And I don't. If you're Bournemouth, you've got to be careful with this as well, because you need a player like him. Chelsea can put Callum Wilson on the bench. I don't think that Bournemouth can do that. So I'm going to say this is a miss.
And finally, Eric Bailly to leave Manchester United. This one has also been floating around for some time now. What do you think, Ale? Hit or miss?
The difference between this and the other two is the fact that he hasn't been playing under Jose Mourinho, who brought him in. He said, come on, this is your team. We're going to develop under my guidance, and you're going to become a premier defender. Well, he hasn't been playing.
No.
And he hasn't become a premier defender. And so regardless of whether Jose Mourinho is there or not, it feels like it's best for him to go elsewhere. So it's an open-ended question. To leave Manchester United?
Yes.
Is a hit.
All right, thanks so much to Ale Moreno. So only one hit for you, and it is probably the more obvious one of all of the lot. So we'll continue tracking all of these stories to see if they do indeed happen how Ale has predicted or not, right here at ESPN FC. What would your day be without transfer rates? All right, Paul Mariner, we've got to tackle some rumors going around. None more or bigger than this one that we've been talking about for some time now, ever since Courtois went over to Real Madrid. And we keep saying Madrid do not deserve Keylor Navas. So do Juventus deserve him? And would that be a hit or a miss in your eyes?
It'd be a hit for me. I think that, look, Szczesny, even when he was at Arsenal, wasn't really my cup of tea. He's okay. But, you know, if you're going to try and win the Champions League, you need a top keeper.
He is a top keeper.
He is a top keeper. For him, you know, Courtois there. Is he going to get a look in? You know, he's too good to just sit on the bench. I think this is a good move for both. I think it's a hit.
Arnautovic now to Chelsea. Hit or miss?
If you get him on side, Arnautovic, he's a fantastic player, but he's a little bit moody to say the least. Now, with Morata coming into goal-scoring form, do Chelsea wait a little bit? Do they see how he's performing now with his confidence is up a little bit? They say he's a little bit fragile in between the ears. I mean, Arnautovic is a handful, don't get me wrong. I'd stay with Morata a little bit longer, because if they do get him in the January window, if West Ham want to sell him, it's going to cost an absolute fortune. I'm not a fan of the January window, so I'm going to say
a miss.
miss.
We have a pair of Liverpool players in this one, Moreno and Lallana. First, let's start off with Moreno. Back to Sevilla.
Yep.
Is that the only option for him right now?
I think it is. I think with what Liverpool have got at the moment, Robertson is absolutely gotten way beyond everybody's expectation. When he comes in, he doesn't really look right in the way that Klopp wants to play. So again, it's one of those things. I think the club can make a few bob, and I think that the player will enjoy that. So I'm going to say, yeah, get yourself away, mate.
What about Lallana?
This is a strange one. He's had all these terrible injuries, and you know, England are waiting for a creator. I thought, is he going to be that creator? Is he going to be that number 10? He's got the ability to do so, but when he comes into the big games, even the other day, he didn't do enough for me. I'm not sure whether he fits into what Klopp's doing. Yes, he's on the depth chart. I completely understand that, but I'm not sure if he's that type of player that fits into Klopp's plans. So for Lallana, this is a difficult one. I'm going to say no, just for squad depth. Because I don't think he gets in the 11. I really don't.
And finally, Mauro Icardi from Inter to Chelsea. Would that be a hit? We already know the quality player that he is.
Well, we've banged the drum about Morata. I think what Chelsea are doing, they're exploring their options. Yeah. If it's Arnautovic, you know, can they get Icardi? Icardi's going to, you know, will they want to sell him? I wouldn't want to sell him. So would it be a good move? I'm not quite sure. Sarri knows way better than I do whether he would fit into Chelsea and fit into the Premier League. He's a goal scorer. I mean, he puts the ball in the back of the net for fun. So I like Morata. I've been banging the drum for him, but I'm going to say that'd be a good move for Chelsea.
All right, so 3 hits and 2 misses for Paul Mariner. Continue tracking all of these rumors from the transfer window right here at ESPN FC.